it's the debate. It's the whole debate. Right. How they should be cooked. Should we use a panini press? Or can you get the same grill marks on a grill pan?
Should we use butter or olive oil?
There's no debate. You feel like there's a debate because there's like a bunch of people in the street with poster board.
Right.
And, as I walk to my, show in Washington, D.C., there's a bunch of people in the street being like, stop this. Yeah. And you're like, wow, it's really contentious.
No.
Yeah.
And
behind the doors,
it's also funny, too, when you see, like, the Free Palestine signs. I'm like, I don't necessarily disagree, but it's like, buddy, we're not even close. We're not. That's not going to happen.
Right. It's insane.
At this point, just go. Here's what I would do. Go ask to be hired at the Four Seasons in Gaza. At least go, if I survive this war, can I get preferential hiring? Can I at least get an early interview at the Four Seasons that they're going to open in Gaza in 24 months?
Yeah. Right.
I'm telling you.
No, you're always saying
they're going to have.
You're always saying they're going to have like resorts and like amusement parks. Like,
what do you think's going to happen? 75% of the homes are unlivable because of the thing. What do you think's going to happen? It will be the first City. Apple smart city. Literally, we're 30 years from now. Like there'll be a couple sitting there, and they'll be drinking like a mojito
with the goggles on,
and they'll be there, and they'll be like, we ordered this with our mind, and then like, you know what I mean? Like someone will come over, and I did this on my show, but they'll go like, and the wife will be like, "Hey, we're from Dallas. Where are you from?" And somebody will go, "I am from here," and she'll go, "Oh wow, like here, like how long has your family been here?" And he'll go, 100 years. And she'll go, "Oh, and do they still live here?" And he'll go, No, they were killed." And she'll go, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Is the pool menu different than if we have lunch inside the restaurant? Because I want..." And I mean, listen, I know that there's issues over there.
This table's a little dirty. Could we wipe it off?
I'm not telling anyone how to feel about anything. I'm just saying this seems the most likely scenario.
Yeah.
Is that that area will have to be, and here's the thing, it kind of has to happen. It has to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
Because
now
it's already ruined.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Now is I'm only going off now. All we can do is go off now.
Even if you did like a ceasefire, you stopped. You can't just be like, "All right, guys, everybody go home."
All right, get back to it.
I read today that 80% of the homes are uninhabitable.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you do with that. It seems to be that it'll get rebuilt. And it needs to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
And it should be rebuilt by Saudi Arabia and the United States and Israel, but because they're the responsible, right? Israel and the United States, which are money, and Israel obviously. Yeah. Now listen, it is a war, and Hamas started it, and da-da-da-da-da. I'm not saying Israel has no right to go in there and defend themselves, although this seems a little much. It's like sometimes I would go out with my friends, and we would really... we go to a steakhouse, we really do damage, And it would be like the waitress going like, "Listen, you have the right to order, but what you guys did tonight, we once ordered a cheeseburger as a side." You know what I mean? Yeah. And then cut it up and like people at the table are eating it as a side. And it would be like the waitress going, "Listen, this is excessive."
Dude, do you remember when we went to the steakhouse with Ray and his wife was supposed to come and he showed up like a half hour late. You're like, "Where the fuck is he?" He's like, "Sorry, I'm late." He's like dressed like Ray, looks like Ray. He's walking through this beautiful steakhouse screaming. He's like 40 minutes late. You ordered for what you thought was enough food for 5 people or 4 people, and she didn't show up, and it was enough food for like 7. Then she didn't show up, and the 3 of us just ate all of it.
Yeah,
it was like the most pain I've ever been
like
in.
What Israel did. Where they went in and it was just like Shellfish Tower. Carpaccio. How about the tartare?
No, we've each had like 3 entrees, and Ray's like, "Let me get that pork chop."
Right. So it's like, listen, at this point, with Gaza being the way it is, it'll get rebuilt. So it'll fall on the U.S. and Israel and other Arab countries. Now, the problem is, it's like when we go over to the Ukraine, we go, "We're going to give you all these weapons. We're going to help." The Ukraine can't afford this, by the way.
No.
They can't afford all that help we're giving them. So, we're giving the help in exchange for
pillaging
rights.
Yeah.
Rights. Ukraine was the breadbasket of Europe. So they have a lot of farmland there. They have all kinds of stuff going on agriculturally. Guess who owns that?
Yeah.
Now, guess who has the rights to rebuild all those Ukrainian cities that are damaged? Us. So in order for them to pay for all the help that we've given, and it is help, I mean, for sure, here's some weapons, fight. Some people might say maybe do a negotiation or try to, but they go, no, let them go for it. And then at the end of it, we have rights to some of their agricultural production, all of that stuff.
Right. That is our favorite play as a country.
It's a good play.
Foreign affairs wise, that's our favorite play, is to just go, we got you, missiles, bombs, whatever you need, and then we get there, wait, there's oil under here.
Interesting.
We should interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We get some of that. Yeah,
that's absolutely right.
Halliburton, all of it.
Yeah, just proximity to Russia, just allyship.
Yeah, I mean, it's an inevitable part of what we do.
Yeah.
And we're probably not going to reinvent the wheel at this moment in our history.
No.
That's not going to, like,
we're just going to phase out the military industrial.
We're not going to have it. You can write the articles. I can flap my mouth. No one.
Yeah, I've
really,
read the Atlantic. I think we should. Yeah.
No, but the Atlantic and what all they do is very interesting. What they do, and it's always like an interesting touch. The way they do it is they're like, here's what we have to do. Like. So, for example, let me pull up one article that is, this to me is a fun article. This is exactly what I mean, right? Because they got to get you excited for it. They got to get you excited for it. You got to get everybody kind of pumped up and everything like that. And this article, okay, so the title of, let me find it here. Drudge is great, Drudge Report, but they have it. It's I saw it today and I was like, oh, this is a lot. This is a lot of fun. Iran can make nuke in week. So that's basically what they're basically like. If they want to, Iran can make a nuke in a week. So maybe we should start thinking about how we're going to invade them now. Because how can we not? How can we not fight Iran? They can make a nuclear weapon in a week.
Well, isn't this like? Yeah, I mean, it's weapons of mass destruction. Is it the same old kind of argument?
Same old argument. I mean, listen, Iran is you have crazy mullahs. Anytime you have somebody who's like really religious, it's a different kind of worry if they have a nuke. But it's like one of those things where what Iranian nuclear power and nuclear weapons do is they throw the region into a very interesting thing because Israel and them, we're looking at potential problem over there. Yeah, and we don't. And that region is very oil rich, and we want. It's like, hey,
chill
out.
Yeah,
and this is all Cold War shit too. Like starting with like you have a nuke, I have a nuke. We're gonna. Stand
it works
off.
with very big countries that kind of have some. It doesn't work as well with Islamic fundamentalists.
No.
That doesn't really work.
Well, it's like mutually assured destruction doesn't sound that bad,
if you believe really that.
Like jihad, if you genuinely buy into that.
If you believe that dying's good. Then it's difficult.
It's a wild starting point for a war.
It's hard to debate with that.
Yeah, because we're not operating off of a belief system. We're operating off of money. I mean, the belief system's money.
Yeah.
And keeping the economy.
Well, we believe that dying's bad. That's why we come up with technology to kill other people for us.
Yeah, it's a fundamental American belief.
Rich people love living.
Yeah. It's their favorite thing to do.
They don't care if poor people go and die in Iraq.
No.
Yeah.
They'll write song. They'll let song get movies going.
Yeah.
They say he died with honor. You know that, but they like living. Go to areas of really rich people. They do everything to live. The doctors are great. The produce is great. The food is great. Everything's fresh. They won't let factories near where they live because they want clean air.
Right.
They like to live.
Now, it's a working class thing to be like, I've done enough time. I think it's time for me to go in peace. Like that whole I've been on this earth long enough. I just want to go out in peace. I've lived a good life. That's a very working class thing.
Yeah.
Whereas rich is like, I'm just going to stretch this thing as thin as possible.
Into
invisible. I don't care if I'm a corpse that's being propped up and pushed around.
Yeah, you've seen that tech CEO guy who's like trying to keep himself